So this is Grace.
And I'm Yella.
Channel.
Yes. Welcome to our channel. Today's channel or video is about how we first met and how we first started dating. Yes, of how we first started dating and basically what happened during the time of when we started dating. If you're new to the channel and some of you guys may be old, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit that share button and that notification button for future content and to watch some of our old content. Also, check us separately with YellaDean1
and GraceGoregeous1182.
Yes, check our channels separately. Also make sure y'all hit that like, comment, subscribe, and also hit that share button for the both of us so you get content from each and every one of us. Shoot, we probably gonna have so much content. These people gonna be like, I'm watching TV.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, let's get down to the story. And she's gonna start first.
So, basically, I was at my male friend's house, and I woke up, and my male friend was like, "Where you going?" And I was like, "I'm going to see a girl." So I washed up, got dressed. Then after that, I was in the living room, and my male friend was asleep. So I was in the living room waiting for her, checking the message. You know, she was like, "I'll let you know when you come." So I had went to sleep. When I woke up, that's when my male friend woke up, and he was talking to somebody. Then I see him like get up, and I'm like, "Who are you talking to?" So then he got up and got to the door.
Yes. So my side of the story was I was in a relationship, a terrible relationship for 3 years. And during this time, this had to be somewhere in April of 2024. Me and my ex, well, my girlfriend at the time, we got into this huge argument, and we could not get along. So I had to get out the house. I needed some fresh air. And when I decided that I wanted to leave, she wanted to take a break. So I called my male friend who she was just talking about, that was on the phone. I was the one that was on the phone. So I called him and I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm going through so much with this girl. I need time away from her. She wants to kick me out and she wants to talk about some break." So he was like, "Bro, don't worry about it. You know, come through. What time are you coming through?" So I'm like, "I'll probably show up 3:30, no later than 3:30. Apparently, I was so heated that I came to his house and knocked on his door. He came. Matter of fact, I called him and let him know I was in front of the door. He came to the door. He opened the door, and you know, I'm so used to coming to his house. You know, prior, maybe like 10 years ago, I was always so used to coming to his house, and every time I came to his house, somebody was either sitting on the couch or in the kitchen. And I thought that was his sister that was either sitting on the couch. But I did see a girl sitting on the couch. I didn't really peep, and I didn't really understand what was going on. I'm thinking she is his sister's friend. So I just came in, didn't say hello to no one because I'm so used to not really speaking to no one unless it's his mother. Rest her soul. And I just walked in the room. I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm just going through a lot. You know, I don't know what to do, this, that, third," just explaining what happened in that situation. So after he had calmed me down, I guess she was looking for something. At first, I seen, because my friend had these two pull-out couches, these two singular pull-out couches. And within these couches, there are cup holders on each of these pull-out chairs. She had her rose within the cup chair, within the cup, the cup holder. I pulled it out because I never really saw what it is. So I'm asking my friend, like, what is this? Why does it look like a hard rose? So he was like, "That's what it is. It's a rose." So I'm like, why would anybody buy? did y'all buy it from a shop and just wanted it as an ornament? So he was like, no, bro, it's actually for a woman's thing down there. So I dropped it because I'm thinking it's his sister. I'm like, ew, what is going on here? What? Ew. So he's like, no, that's not my sister's. Da, 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 da. That's my friend. So I'm like, your friend? I'm like, you be having girls up in here? He was like, no, my best friend, she comes over, she spends nights, whenever she needs time away from her family. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, why is her stuff in this cup holder? So he was like, it's a long story, bro. And then he pointed at the clothes, the bag of clothes that she had stuck in this, on the corner. So I'm like, wait, that's hers too? So he was like, yeah. I was like, damn. It seemed like she took over your whole room. So he was like, yeah, no, da 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 da. So I guess she came in the room.
I came in the room and I opened the door and my boyfriend was like, is she coming? I was like, no, she canceled and stuff, so I'm just looking for my rose. So,
Stop you there. So when she came to the room, she didn't came in full body. She came in poking in the room, like her head poking in the room. So I didn't necessarily see who she was fully of. But then when she asked for her rose, I picked it up and I was like, this? And she was like, oh yeah, that. And then she walked in the room and I was like, damn.
yeah, so I picked it and I grabbed it and then I walked out to let them have their conversation. Let them have their conversation. So I left out and I went in the room inside the living room to sit down to watch TV.
Yeah. So apparently, when she was walking out the room, I caught you know how when you like seeing somebody walk away, that was her. So all I saw was booty. I'm not gonna lie. All I saw was booty and beauty. So I was like, yo, bro, who is that? And he was like, oh, that's my friend that I was telling you about. I was like, your friend? Her? I was like, you ain't talk to her? He was like, no. I was like, you know how bad she looks? And he kept saying, yeah, but that's my friend, this, that, that. So I'm like, man, you wasting your time. So he started dying laughing. I was like, yo, bro, I'm about to go talk to her. And he was like, be careful because she don't want no boyfriend as of right now. She's going to wait until she's 30. I was like, watch me work. So I got up out of the room. She was walking in the hallway. I guess she was listening partial of the conversation when she left the room. So I saw her. I was like, hey, what's your name? So she told me her name. And I told her my name. And I was like, you real beautiful. Can I get a hug? And she was like, okay. Like it was awkward.
It was because I was looking at him, then I was looking at my male friend, which he was in the kitchen making a sandwich. And I'm looking like, okay. Like, it was just really weird because you asked for a hug out of nowhere.
Yeah. The reason why I wanted a hug because she looked so soft and beautiful. And I just wanted her in my arms. Like the way she looked, it was like, even though she wasn't dressed like she was going out, she just threw on a shirt and some jeans, but she had her pants like kind of sagging a little bit. So, some girls, they don't realize that top of their butt cheek is hanging, especially if they got a big old butt. Anyway, so I was like, let me get a hug. So I gave her a hug, she gave me a hug, and I'm feeling, the softness on her, and I'm like, damn, this girl is really amazing. Wow. Then something say, look down while I was hugging her. And I looked down and I seen the wagon that I saw left out the room. So I'm like, is that real? So she's like, what's real? And I'm like, your butt. And she's like, yeah, why? And I'm like, I don't believe you. Let me feel it. So she was like, okay. And then I just touched it and was squeezing and it was so real. Like, it was amazing. It was like Play-Doh in my hand. It was literally like Play-Doh in my hand. So I guess I got horny a little bit, and my
oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
He was like horny a little bit, and then he asked to kiss me. So which we was kissing. And
Yeah.
we did intercourse after that.
Yeah, her soft flips. But before that happened, my friend was like, "Oh boy, here we go, here we go," and I'm like, me and her, we looking at each other like, what is he talking about? But he was like, "Here we go," and then I guess we locked in. Like it was something that was, because we didn't really speak. It was like we looked at each other and we already knew what we wanted.
Yeah, we was like kissing, and after we finished kissing, that's when our male friend was like, "I'll be in the room." And he left to go in the room.
Yeah, and I wanted to stay behind and sit with her and watch TV with her, but when I noticed that, my guy downstairs wouldn't let the situation go, I told her, I was like, "I'll be right back. I'm going in the room to drop my stuff off, and then I'm coming back to handle business." So I went in the room. My friend thought that I was going to sit in the room. I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm about to go sit out there with her and get to know her." He was like, "No, go ahead. It's all right. You ain't really come here just to sit underneath me. You can go ahead, just chill." So I came out the room and I sat next to her, and then it went from watching a little bit of TV to sexual intercourse. Man, I'm telling you, we was doing a lot. During the middle of it, and y'all might find this funny, I told her that I wanted to try something new. So she's like, "What are you talking about?" A couple of hours ago, I had bought a container of sliced watermelon, and I didn't eat it yet. I did not eat it yet. I was going to save it for that night because I'm like, look, I'm going to be here. I might as well eat something. So I got up and I went to the kitchen and I grabbed the thing of watermelon and I tried watermelon and her, basically. I don't want to go full detail, but it was like sweet and petite, basically. So after maybe an hour of us doing sexual intercourse, we finally settled down and we started watching whatever show that she was watching. I think it was called Family Business.
Yeah.
And she was explaining to me about the show. So the entire time, I'm feeling like this is what I want. This whole entire time, this is what I want. I like this girl, whatever. But what she didn't notice was my phone was vibrating in my pocket and I was getting text messages from my girlfriend at the time. So she knows that whenever she calls, whenever she texts, I'm always picking up her phone calls, always picking up her text messages. But this particular day, I was so upset with her and the things that I was going through with her that I just decided to say, you know what, forget it. I deserve this. I deserve to be away from her for a while. So after we finished watching TV, I guess me and you, we went to go lay down, and I think maybe a couple of weeks later, after I went back home, no, I didn't go home yet. So I was coming home from work and I got in contact with her and I said, "Hey, you want to go somewhere?" And she was like kind of surprised that I was asking her. And I was like, get dressed. I'm on my way to my friend's house. I'm coming to pick you up and we just gonna go wherever we want to go. How did you feel about that?
I mean, I felt good. I was a little bit surprised because I didn't think that he was gonna ask me out.
Yeah, I figured because I just didn't want her to just know me from the home. I wanted her to know me from the outside, away from my friend, because my friend, he has his own disability going on, and sometimes it's hard to communicate around him, knowing that he's going to be saying certain things, whatever. After I came to the house, I picked her up. I guess she didn't like really thought I was serious about taking her out. So I said, come on, let's go out. So we stepped outside. I didn't even have a plan of where I wanted to take her out. I just wanted her out the house, me and her out the house, so I could see who she really was outside of that home. So we were walking and I turned around and was like, hey, you wanna go to 42nd Street? And she was like, sure, I don't mind. Just let me go get my camera. So she went back in the house, she got her camera. We both jumped on the train and we made our way to 42nd Street. We got to the candy store. I remember I was wearing this black jacket. We got to this candy store, she started filming. I started taking videos and pictures, and then I noticed that everywhere we went, she was always taking her camera out. So I asked her, I was like, what do you do with those things? And she was like, oh, I'm a content creator. And I was like, content creator? She was like, yeah, I drop videos and stuff. I've been dropping videos for more than 2 years. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty dope. I rocks with that. That's something that I don't mind doing. And she was like, what would you do? And I was like, I'm more into gaming, and I can talk, but not fully to the camera. So she started to talk to me about content creation, and there was certain times that it was quiet, and I noticed that, and I was like, am I boring her? Is she's okay? I hope I'm not talking too much. But realizing that that was her personality, I kind of accepted, but I was still trying to push her to talk to me because I really wanted to know who was this girl and why she was so beautiful and special. So after that day, because we went to a park where we seen people playing tennis and volleyball, and then we jumped right back on the train and we got back to my friend's house.
Yeah.
So.
And then after that, we went to a hotel.
Yeah. Oh, I remember the hotel. Yeah, that was our first time going to a hotel where we had privacy to ourselves, because prior to that we was always like in our friend house, and when times that we wanted to do stuff, it was like either he was being distraction, or his family members were distraction. So I turned around and I said, why don't we go to a hotel and spend some time with each other, some alone time with each other. Maybe we'll be able to understand of who we are. So she agreed, and we went to the hotel and we got a room. We had our conversation. I think we started drinking and stuff, and then we did our stuff, our intercourse, and then we left. So maybe like a week, 2 weeks or so, I had gotten a phone call from my girlfriend at the time, and she wanted to patch things up, and I was falling for it. So I turned around to both her and my male friend, and I told them both, I was like, I'm going back home. So they both was kind of upset with me going back, because they already knew that it was going to be a reoccurring issue. So I'm like, look, she's going to change this time. I know she's always been doing this to me, but I feel like this time around she understands the severity, and also she understands that now that I didn't pick up my phone at that time when me and her was doing our own thing, she figured like, okay, this guy is up to something. So I came back, we apologized, and then she just started peer pressuring me about what did I do the night that she was calling. So I became honest. I didn't lie to her, I didn't sugarcoat anything. I said to her that it was a girl at my friend's house that I kind of was interested in during our break, and that me and her did some things. She got upset, got mad at my friend, never got in contact with him, but got mad at my friend for allowing this situation to happen. But my friend didn't know her at the time, so she didn't know who she was throwing her anger at. So she told me, look, I don't want you back over there. I don't want you at your friend's house because that girl, this, that, third, she's thinking that Grace lives in my friend's apartment or upstairs. So I never really explained to her where she lived. So I just kept going with the fact that she thought that she lived upstairs. So I'm like, yeah, I went upstairs to her house, did our thing, whatever, and left. So when she found out that me and her was getting back together, she stopped getting in contact with me. The only way I had contact before that situation was WhatsApp. I noticed when I try to contact her, like call her, the ring, it was like ringing on and on and on. Now, for those that don't know about WhatsApp, if the phone keeps ringing on and on and on, that means that person blocked you. If you send a message and it's a one check, that means that person blocked you, or their phone is off, or it's on do not disturb. So I'm thinking maybe she's taking a nap or something. So I waited maybe a couple of hours. Then I noticed the text message that I sent her never got a second check. Now I'm upset because I feel like she just ghosts me out of nowhere. Didn't say anything, just ghosts me. I got in contact with my male friend again, and I asked him, what is going on? I said, matter of fact, I asked him, I said, what does one check on WhatsApp mean? He was like, basically the person blocked you. I said, what if the call won't go through? He was like, yeah, that person probably blocked you. I said, yo, your friend blocked me. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah. He was like, that's funny. I was like, why would she do that? So I didn't know what was her whole reason was.
Yeah, because like I blocked him because he was going back to his girlfriend, and which I was liking him, which I was, but I did have somebody else I was dealing with, but I also was liking him. So, once he, said that, and cause it was a couple days I was just relaxed, and then after once I heard that he's going back, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna block him and stuff like that, cause I don't wanna interfere with nobody relationship and that. So I'm just gonna block you, and you're just not gonna talk to me no more.
But the crazy thing was she was going through her own situation with her side guy. And it was like, it was okay for her to do her thing, but it wasn't okay to do my thing. Now, I was only with one person throughout the whole entire time. She was dating men and females. So who kinda was doing too much in this situation? Make sure y'all comment below about the question that I just asked you. So apparently I got mad at her because I told my male friend, I was like, it don't make sense that she stopped talking to me where she's doing her own thing, and it's like it's okay for her to do it. So he was like, yeah, that's women. They going blame you for certain things, but knowing that they got their own dirt. So I'm like, yeah. I was like, you know what? F that. I ain't gonna worry about that. I'm in my relationship. If I don't talk to her now, that's okay. I'm thinking that this is all over. We're never gonna talk ever again. You feel me? I'm thinking the time that we had was like the one time thing, and that was it. So during my relationship that I was dealing with, I was still going through a lot of arguments with my girlfriend at the time. And the crazy thing was she kept popping up in my head. She just kept popping up in my head. Now, my girlfriend at the time had mental disability. I also have mental disability myself. But hers is much worse, where she doesn't remember things. She catches an attitude about certain things. She has a nerve issue within her foot. She had foot ulcers. So whenever the pain and her nerve would affect her. It would get her angry, upset, all of that, and she'll take her issues out on me. Me personally, I don't know how to deal with those type of issues because I got to deal with my own disability. And I was trying to get her parents to help me on how to deal with her situation, but they didn't want to help me at all, unfortunately. So, maybe a couple of months down the line, I'm still talking to my homeboy, and every chance I get, it's like I'm telling him like I miss her, I want her. I think she's been running through my head, and he's like, I think you pee-whip. So I was like, no, I don't think that. I think what it is that little time that we actually had, I think that she really did like me. I just messed something up. And he was like, you sure? I was like, yeah, I feel like she did like me, but I pushed her away for this idiot. And he was like, what are you going to do? I was like, I really want her back. I really want to get back into that stage of trying to get to know her because I just can't get her out of my mind. So my friend like, oh, that's cute. The entire time, she's actually around the house, but playing like she's not there and telling him, I'm not here. And there was also times that she'll be in the living room and he don't know that she's in the living room because he's coming out of his sleep. So I'm the one that's calling him, or his uncle calling him, his sister probably calling him, his cousin, whoever calling him, ringing his phone while he's asleep and stuff. So every time that I got in contact with him, she was always listening. Always listening. I'm not noticing, but I'm noticing that he's always going to have somebody within his room or within his house. So I'm trying to tell him like, yo, bro, keep the conversation on low. Don't say her name. Don't say certain things. But he just kept like popping certain things out. So I'm like, oh, forget it. She's going to know. She's going to know. June 2025 is when my relationship. Matter of fact, let's go over that. Let's go back to December or November. So my girlfriend at the time was planning to get her weight loss surgery. Now, for some of us that know about weight loss surgery, once they heal and they start slimming down, they start to feel themselves mentally, physically, and emotionally. So I was telling her that. I said, you know, once you do this, you're going to be a whole different person. Not by physical, but mental. You lying, this, that, there, no, I'm not. December came, she got in the weight loss surgery, and I didn't go with her to the hospital because we got into a huge argument the night before. And I told her, I'm not going to be your support system if I got to keep going through bull crap with you. And so she went to the hospital by herself. Her mom went all the way up there. Her sister went up all the way up there. I was still in the house just chilling and catching my break from her. Because when she was in the house, it was like, like talking all day long and bothering me all day. So the chance that I've gotten to actually be away from her was amazing. Next thing you know, the next day, she calls my phone and was like, I can't believe you didn't show up, this, that, third. My mom is mad at you. I'm like, I don't really care anymore. Like, do you? So after the surgery, I started to visit her at the hospital. I'm starting to see she's slimming down. And then months down the line, like, the personality started changing. She went from rocking with me to like pushing me away every chance she get. I was showing her these things and I was telling her these things. Clearly, you're messing up our relationship. She didn't want to acknowledge that. So, June 11, 2025, I was this is in the middle of the night. This was in the middle of the night. So, I was laying in the bed, sleeping, right? Laying in the bed, sleeping, enjoying my peaceful sleep so I could get up early in the morning and go to work. Apparently, when I went to bed, my girlfriend was laying in the bed. Throughout the night, I was waking up. She was not in the bed. She was pacing up and down the room and the living room. So I'm noticing this, but I can't really wake up because I'm so super tired. So I woke up the last time and seen her grab my laptop. So I'm thinking she's about to go do some research on her own. You know, why not? The next morning, I see her upset with me, pissed off. So let me go back. We're not gonna edit this part. Let me go back. How she knew that me and her was dating, she seen a video. I was watching a video of hers because she finally gave me her YouTube account. So I was watching a video of hers and I had put it on a big screen, not noticing that I was part of the video. She seen my jacket and kept saying, "That's you in that video." And I'm like, "No, it's not." And she's like, "Yes, it is. It's you. It's you. I know it's you. It's the jacket. The jacket." Then she seen the book bag and all hell broke loose. We got into a huge argument, whatever, and then she forbid me from going to my friend's house. But I was sneaking to go to his house anyway. So back to June 2025. When I woke up, she's pacing up and down the house, upset with me, not knowing what's going on. I'm innocent. I'm chilling. I ain't do nothing wrong. I haven't done nothing. So she got dressed, put on her little security outfit, and left the house. Didn't really say much to me. So I left right after her. I'm going my way, walking to my job. I get a phone call halfway towards my job. It's the school safety, someone that I was really close to as a friend, somebody that I was, always going outside to talk to. She's like, "Yo, bro, you okay?" And I'm like, "What's going on?" She's like, "Bro, you need to get out that house." I'm like, "What is going on?" She's like, "Your girl just called me and told me that you in there beating on her and the dog." I'm like, "Excuse me? Wait, say that again?" So she's like, "I'm telling you, your girlfriend just called my phone and told me that you beating on her and the dog, and she was crying over the phone." So I'm like, "Hold up." I'm like, "When do I find time doing that?" I said, "I was asleep." She was like, "I don't know." She was like, "But I did tell her if it's getting worse, she has to call the police." So I'm like, "Well, the police didn't even show up." I said, "What she said?" She was like, "Yeah, she said you cursed her out, calling her all types of B, and you beating up on her, and you throwing the dog all over the house, and this, that, there." I'm like, "How am I doing all that? I'm sleeping." So she's like, "Yo, you need to get out that house. You need to pack your stuff." So yeah, apparently we got into, we going get back to it. So she's like, "Oh, you gotta get out that house. You gotta get out that house before she called the cops and put you through something that you didn't do." So I'm like, "All right." So I didn't even make it to work because I didn't know if she had gotten in contact with my boss or someone within my job, because she would have did something like that. But luckily for me, I didn't really keep my boss number in my regular phone. I was carrying two phones, my work phone and my regular phone. So my boss, my co-workers, some of the kids in school, because the kids, if they go through something, they contact one of us and whatever. So I just had their numbers. I didn't, she didn't know that the other phone was, was the job phone. So apparently I got in contact with my homeboy. I was like, yo, bro, because he's asleep. He was knocked out. This is 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, everybody's sleeping around that time. Some people getting up to go to work. So I'm like, yo, bro, I need your help. He was like, why, what happened? So I explained to him what went down. He was like, really? He was like, she did all of that while you were sleeping? I was like, yo, bro, I'm telling you, she's just contact somebody that was part of my job. So he was like, what you gonna do? I said, I can't go to work because I'm afraid that it's gonna be spread around the school. You know, I don't know what is gonna happen. And I didn't do it. So he was like, don't worry about it, just calm down and come over here. So I was like, before I get over there, I gotta go get some shit. So apparently I went to my house, which was the house I was living at, and I packed everything up. And the crazy part was, her dog was actually in the house. It's a Maltese, a girl. And she's watching me pack up my clothes. Now, I had a beautiful relationship with this dog. And when she seen that I was packing up, I guess she's getting sick. So I'm on the phone with my male friend, and I'm basically telling him, like, I can see the dog is upset. She's sad. It's written all over her face. He was like, you sure? I was like, yeah. Then next thing you know, she started throwing up all over the house, like in spots. And she's looking at me as she's throwing up, basically telling me like, bro, I got you. I got you. Now, prior to that, I had spent so much money on fixing the apartment. I had helped her get a flat screen TV, which was a 72-inch. I had bought a TV for the room because that TV I had broke by, we was play fighting one day, and I landed on the TV, and the TV broke. So I had gotten her a 52-inch TV for the room. I had helped buy the bookshelf. I helped paint the whole apartment, and I helped, what else I helped? I helped build the kitchen island, and all of that. So all of that helped, meaning that I also helped pay for these things. So I'm realizing like this new change is coming right after me helping her fix this whole apartment. Like, why she didn't just start this way before, and I would have had my money and would have been gone. So I packed up my stuff, put it in the shopping cart, and I bounced. Got to his house. She came home around 5 p.m. I wasn't there, but she got in contact with my phone. What the F is going on? Why is it so empty in here? I said, I'm done with you. Excuse me? I'm done. You're trying to get me fired. You just lied to my friend, my what was it? A crossing guard. Oh, I didn't lie to her. I told the truth. I said, no, you did not. You lied to her. I said, why would you tell her these things? Oh, that don't matter. Why did you leave on my birthday? The day that I left was exactly her birthday. I said, because why would I need to stay somewhere where I'm not welcome? Apparently, we was going through a lot of arguments on the phone, and she was there. So I don't know what made me realize like I didn't belong with her. So I did have left some things at her house because I couldn't carry everything. So I was getting in contact with her, like after I stopped arguing with her, I got in contact with her and I was like, yo, I need my stuff. The entire time she kept asking me to come home and I kept saying, no, I'm done. My friend was laughing because he's not believing what I'm saying to him, because constantly we went through this situation, we get into this break, and I'm back at his house, and then after maybe a couple of weeks, I'm back with her. So he's laughing like, I know you're gonna go back with her. I'm like, bro, I'm really, really serious. He's like, yo, you told me this before that you was really, really serious. Now what's the change? I said, because she just got me in some real bad situation. Now I can't even go back to work because I don't know if the situation got any worse. So he was like, well, do what you gotta do. So I was going through a lot of different emotions. This was still 2025. I was still going through a lot of different emotions. It was days that I was upset, days I was crying because I lost so much money dealing with her. I lost a place to live. I was on the verge of being homeless. And, you know, the next step was to go to the shelter. Now, I was homeless for a long time prior to that. And to get to leave a home that you was comfortable in, like physically comfortable in, and then getting into a situation where you had to leave your job and you had to go into a shelter and change everything, it was weighing down on me, heavy, real heavy. And so I turned around and I told him, I said, look, this is the end for me. I don't want to do this no more. So consistently, as I was calling her, she kept like telling me she didn't want me to pick up my stuff. Then she's telling me to pick up my stuff. Then she's asking me to come home. Then she's doing all this unnecessary. It was like basically she was playing with me. So I took mental note of it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this no more. I can't be a fool no more. I gotta grow. I gotta live. You know, I don't care if I gotta go into a shelter and live my life through there. It's okay. So maybe a month later, no, during this time, we still on that month, she was there and she still didn't want to talk to me. And my question, and I know you guys' question is, why didn't you want to talk to me?
I didn't want to talk to him because he was going through what he was going through and stuff like that, which he was. He was going through his own drama and stuff like that, which I knew he was. And then, yeah, I didn't even talk because I knew he was going to go through the motions and stuff like that. So I didn't really want to talk to him because he was going to go through. And I kind of knew that he was going to be back. So I was like, I'm going to keep putting it off for a while. Because I knew he made a wrong mistake when he did the first time, which I had thought that's the reason why I blocked him.
Mm-hmm.
So when I blocked him, I was like, he's going to be back because he's not going to be around forever.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. And the crazy thing is, I never knew that she had liked me from the beginning. I thought that, this was her one-time thing because of her situations that she's gone through. And I was like, maybe I'm not the right guy for her. At the time, should I say your age?
Okay.
At the time, she was 28 and I was 33, about to be 34. And what happened? My friend, because I kept telling him, because she was showing, matter of fact, this is after all of that, but I was upset. At the time, I didn't understand why she didn't want to be a part of me. I was just going through my own emotions, plus I was going through emotions dealing with, my ex. So I just needed some sort of comfort. I just needed somebody to hug me or something to give me some sort of okay. And one day my friend, my homeboy was like, yo, how about all three of us go to the movies? So I'm looking at her and I'm like, you sure it would be comfortable? Not asking her, but I'm asking my friend. I'm like, you sure it would be okay to go to the movies with y'all because she's not talking to me? And he's like, who, Grace? She's all right. She's okay. She's not mad at you. I'm like, bro, I feel her tensions. And I don't know if she's mad at me, but she has not spoken to me since I got here. So he was like, watch. When we go to this, to go watch a movie, she gonna speak to you? No, she didn't. So apparently, we waiting at the MTA bus station. For those that are not from New York City, we have the MTA, Metropolitan Transit Authority bus. And it takes us where we need to go at times. So we waiting for the bus. My friend goes, yo bro, I'm about to go to the corner store and buy some snacks for me. So I'm like, all right. So she was actually standing next to him when he was saying this. She wasn't standing next to me. It was like every time I got close, she kept moving away. And I felt like something, like I was getting upset now. Because I'm like, why are you moving away? Shouldn't be a reason. Like, what's going on with you? Why was you moving away?
I really was not moving away at all. I was definitely went to the store and got me something, a juice. And then when I came out, he was doing his cigarettes and stuff like that. So I was moving away because I don't like cigarettes. I never do. So with me, I was just moving a little bit because he had a cigarette. And I did not like that at all.
So apparently at the time I was struggling with smoking cigarettes, which I don't smoke anymore. Don't smoke cigarettes no more. I might do a little black and mild, but I don't really smoke cigarettes no more. So I didn't take that as she was walking away because of the smell of the cigarette. I took it as she just didn't want to be around me because of what happened. And I'm like, yo, we're gonna have to talk regardless. Like, we're both in his home, you know. So when my friend came back from the store, I pulled him to the side. She was standing a little further, but she was kind of trying to walk up. So I'm like, yo, bro, what is wrong with your friend? Like, why she's not talking to me? Last year she was talking to me. This year she's not talking to me. What did I do? So he was like, bro, she's okay. It's nothing wrong. It's just, she's very shy, and you gotta like just be patient with Grace. So I'm like, all right, fine, cool. So when we got on the bus, I'm still upset because I wanted to talk to this girl and I wanted to sit next to her. But every time I tried, she'll walk away. So I'm like, you know what? Forget that. So I noticed she would only talk to my homeboy. Apparently, when we got to the movie theaters, I don't know what we was watching. It was something that we all three of us really wanted to watch.
Can't remember what it was.
Yeah, can't really remember. But all I know was all three of us did enjoy the movie, but at the same time while watching the movie, I was still going through mental notes. And I was like, damn, there's gotta be a way of talking to her. And the crazy part was, she didn't even want to sit next to me still at the movie theater. She would rather sit next to my friend. So I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be a long night, long day. I gotta deal with this. So after the movie theaters and everything, maybe weeks down the line, I guess, what happened after that?
After we came back in the house, I was in the room. Then after that, that's when he had got a phone call. Then he, after the phone call, he went in the room, was like, called him up, like, come. And they was having a conversation. So after that, he was like, yo, I'm going to the hospital and stuff. So I'm hearing all this, like, he's telling me going back to, he's going to the hospital and stuff. And I remember I going, and I go to the bathroom, I gotta go to the bathroom, because I was out being nosy to see what's going on. So after that, I'm like, okay. So in my mind is like, I wanted to stop him and say, don't go, because she only doing this to bring you back into her life. So I was like, I wanted to stop her saying, but he's not gonna listen to me. So I was like, it's a waste of time.
Yeah. So apparently, I did left because I was sleeping in uncomfortable conditions, basically. So apparently, I was like, look, I can't do this no more. Plus, I have bad back issues. So where we was laying at, it was kind of hard for me to like really get comfortable. So I was getting frustrated with that also. So what happened? I ended up, after the phone call from my ex, I ended up going back over there. And the crazy thing was, she apologized that night, right? But then the next morning, she went back to the same drawing board, which was arguing with me, fussing and fighting. It hasn't been 24 hours yet. It has not been 24 hours yet. And the crazy thing was, did I take my stuff with me? Yeah.
No, you didn't take your stuff
Oh,
with you.
I
You
left it.
Yeah, you left it.
I left it. So she waited actually until, it was 2 days later, now I remember. She waited until I got comfortable, brought all my stuff there. She helped bring all my stuff there to have another argument, another fuss about something out of ordinary. Then she goes, oh, you was with that girl, this, that, there. And I'm like, yo, what was the sense of you bringing me back if you was going to start this over and over? Like, why am I going through with you like this? Like, come on, I don't need this. So she never wanted to listen to me, and she just kept nitpicking that whole day. I called my friend, I was like, yo, bro, I need to leave. So he was like, oh boy, here we go. So that day, he was like, yo, just give it a chance. Maybe things will work out. Me and her, we went to the laundry probably the next day. And what happened? She was upset with me about something that I didn't have no control over. And when we was like, oh, because she wanted me to help, wipe down the car. Matter of fact, no. While she was in the laundry, she wanted me to wipe down the car. And I'm like, I don't really feel like doing that because it's raining out here. And it don't really, to me, it didn't really make sense. Like, I just wanted to just sit in the car. Plus, she got up real early that morning and started to argue with me. I didn't get no sleep throughout the night because I was playing video games all night. And, I'm a night owl. So my mornings are my nights. So around 5:30, 6 o'clock, she wanted to go to the laundry. And I'm like, okay. And then she's like upset with me because I didn't want to lay with her and all this other bull crap. And I'm like, look, I can't lay down with you because I'm not tired. I just wanted to play my game and be away from everything. Just give me that respect. Never wanted to listen. We got to the laundry. She's mad at me at the laundromat. And then she's wiping down the car and I'm tired. Now this is shut down mode for me. But I'm being attentive with her because I'm carrying laundry bags for her and I'm helping her out. So I guess she didn't like how I was moving and feeling or whatever. So as we got in the car and she's driving, she's just causing all sorts of mayhem, just arguing with me, yelling at me and all of that. And then we got to the supermarket and we started to buy food. And then we was getting towards the house. And then when we parked, the argument spilled out the car. Like literally spilled out the car. And I'm like, yo, I can't take this no more. This, that, third, and she's like, I hate you. Like we was going at it. So her neighbor that we saw earlier that morning before we went to the laundry, she was like, what is going on? I need to calm down, this, that, third. So I'm telling her, I want to go upstairs. I'm done with you. I just want to go upstairs. Leave me alone. She had my keys. So I'm trying to take her keys. I'm trying to take my keys out of her hand. She's holding and grasping the keys. So when I finally got a hold of the keys and yanked it out of her hand, she fell. Like a whole big person just dropped on the floor. So I'm like, what is all of this for? So her neighbor, thinking that I punched her and dropped her on the ground. I said I didn't do anything. All I did was trying to grab the keys and yank it out of her hand. So I ran upstairs and I was like, because I had bags, so I was bringing them upstairs, going upstairs. So she's like, you're not getting in my house anymore. You getting the F out. I hate you. This, that, the third. So I'm like, word? That's how you feel? fine. So her friend, a neighbor, trying to calm us down, and at the same time, they double teaming up on me. And I'm like, I know I'm not stupid because the things that I'm saying to this lady, like I'm right. Like this woman has a mental issue and she's taking it out on me. I can't deal with that. And she's like, oh, you need to be a man and this, that, and that. I'm like, oh my God. So I got in contact with my friend again. And I let him know, I was like, bro, it happened again. He was like, again? I said, yep. I said, this time it's officially over. So he was like, all right, come on over. So I came back over, but I still had my stuff in her house because she had took the keys out of my hand and I couldn't go upstairs yet. Now, prior to that, she was constantly calling the cops on me whenever she didn't want to deal with me. Like, if she got into an argument with me, calling the cops. If she hit me and I hit her back, calling the cops. That was her thing. She would even abuse herself, leave herself with marks all over her body, just so the cops could arrest me. You know how many times I got arrested from that situation? Y'all don't want to even know. So I came back to the house, she seen me, and she still didn't want to talk to me. So I was so upset, and then, no, matter of fact, this is before the situation. I came in that house. So I think you heard what was going on, and you finally said something over the phone. And I was shocked. I was really shocked because I was like, wait a minute. This girl barely talked to me. So now I'm feeling a little bit better because it was like she was saying, what was you saying?
I was telling him to leave her, just stay here, you know. It makes no sense for you to go back.
She was trapping me.
Mm-hmm.
She was putting me in a trap. She was basically saying, you don't need that girl. Come back home. Come to me. I'll take good care of you. And the crazy thing was, I came back, even though we didn't really speak much, but after July passed, August came, and she wanted to go to that kid and play,
August 2nd.
which was August 2nd, I had to say that. She wanted to go to this kid and play house party, which was actually at this old park called Old Boy Fields. And she wanted all three of us to go. So I was like, okay. Matter of fact, she just wanted her and my friend to go. But my friend was like, why don't we take, Yella with us so he can calm down, whatever the case may be. So I'm like, I don't mind going, whatever. And she was like, okay. And then all three of us got dressed, and I didn't have money at the time, so I guess he paid for me to get in.
Yeah, he sent me the money to pay for everybody and stuff like that. So, and pay for him.
And so I went with them, and the crazy thing was, we was kind of talking, all three of us.
Yeah, we was talking a little because I had lost my voice.
Yeah.
I couldn't talk, and I had a purple outfit, and it was like, well, don't you got to take that purple outfit off? You got to shut. Oh, this is my only shirt. I don't got nothing under it with that.
It was piping hot outside, and she had this sweat outfit on, like it was winter. Anyway, so I was like more so being your interpreter, like talking for you, because my friend couldn't really hear her much and stuff. So I guess during the event, we was kind of talking, but not really so much, all three of us. And then my friend wanted to go home because the heat was killing him, and he has a medical issue. So I was like, bro, please, can we just stay, because I feel like she's going to stay here while me and you leave, and it won't give me the chance to actually talk to her. And also, I felt like somebody else was going to end up trying to talk to her in that field, but no man wasn't really interested in you
No.
at that spot. Nobody wasn't really interested because everybody was either with their family or their significant other. So the men couldn't really make any move if they really wanted to. So I guess the nighttime hit, and that's when the performance of Kid and Play came out. We both was there to listen to it and to celebrate with them. We saw Kid and Play. And then towards the end of it, that's when Jada Kiss and Mr. C's,
Yeah.
Mr. C's performed. And they performed their hits. They also performed the songs that they made together. And they you know, like it was dope. It was really dope. It was like an outside free concert, but it wasn't free. So I was with her, and let me backtrack. So there's a video of her in this purple suit that she was bouncing at a bouncy house. That's the Kid and Play thing. And guess who was the one that filmed her? Yep. Originally, my friend was supposed to film her, but he was like, no, I don't want to do that. You ain't my girl. Why do I gotta do that? So I'm like, I got you. I don't mind doing it. Not noticing that she was trying to add it to her video, I'm thinking she just wanted memories. So I'm like, I don't mind doing it, you know? And he's like, he's looking at me like, and I'm like, bro, you see this woman? Standing that we really did needed each other. We got a lot of stuff in common. You know, we both do content. We both enjoy going outdoors. We may not travel across the globe or whatever, but we love getting out the house. We're a perfect team. You think we're a perfect team?
Yeah.
She said it. She said we're a perfect team. I think we're a perfect team. We have each other's back, even if we might doubt each other at times, but we do have each other's back. There's some things that she may know that I know, and there's some things that I may not know that she knows. So with that being said, people, you see our relationship? It's all about taking time and patience. Yes, we've only been together for a year, but giving each other time and patience, okay? I understand when you first meet someone, you want to make a baby, and this goes to you men. This goes to you men. Y'all want to make a baby and all that. But understand one thing. Start off by just probably being her friend, or start off by getting to know the woman, because you'll start to realize that y'all might have something in common. Even if we started, you know, probably, I wouldn't say it was on the wrong foot by us going into course, but it was like we knew that we had to get rid of our situations that we was dealing with in order to patch things up. Now, we did doubt ourselves on thinking that this relationship wasn't going to go long, because I did ask her, do you think this relationship would have had gone longer than what it is now? What was your answer?
I would say, yeah. I suppose we're gonna go far, which it is, and stuff like that. So, which it is.
And so now, I'm not even with my ex. I've been with her for a year. We've been amazing. Yes, we get into our little disagreements, but it never breaks us apart. And sorry guys, that's how I call her. She just makes sure her baby's good. But and we're gonna cut this real short, but yeah. So for you couples out there, give each other time, give each other patience, give each other space, show each other love. Be spontaneous if you have to, but make sure you work the relationship out, okay? It's your boy YellaDean1.
GraceGoregeous.
Yes, and she is gorgeous. And we are going to be out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Also hit that notification button, and let us know how we did in this video. We trust in you guys. We love y'all. We respect y'all.
And take care.
Peace. I'll do anything for her. And then she went in the bouncy house, started jumping and everything, and then that's when we really started talking. So after the event was over, she was going through her menstrual. It was her first day of going through her menstrual. And so because I was laying next to her on the bed, and she was like, I got my menstrual, and what did you say? You said something to us.
Yeah, I was like, when I got up and went to the bathroom, that's when like I felt my stomach and stuff, which I wasn't bleeding or anything. It was just my stomach hurting. And I came home. I was like, listen, my stomach hurt. I'm not in the mood, so don't aggravate me.
Yeah. And I got up because I was like, I don't want nobody to be yelling at me because I just been through arguments with my ex, so I just don't want to go through that. So she asked me and my friend to go to the store and pick her up some sandwiches and some medicine. So my friend bought the sandwich, I brought the medication, and then when we both came back, she ate her sandwich. She took the medicine, but her stomach was still hurting. So I guess she was asking my friend, can he help her with something? And he was like, I'm not your man, and I don't know what to do with this, that, third. So me having experience dealing with women, I know that some women, they like hot rags on their belly just to cool down the pain. So I'm like, okay, would you like, because her voice was out too. So I was like, would you like some heating rag? So she kind of took a long time, but then she was like, yeah, I don't mind. So prior to that, I had bought rags or washcloth for myself. So I took one of the new washcloth and I put it under water, and I put the rag in a microwave and heated up. When I was done, I took the rag and I gave it to her and I said, here. And she was like, thank you. No, she didn't say nothing yet. So I guess she went to sleep, and then nighttime, she stayed asleep until night. Matter of fact, she woke up, ate, and then she laid back down. So I laid down right next to her. No intentions of doing anything. I just felt like she wasn't trying to talk to me. I remember now, you still wasn't talking to me so much. So I was like, this is getting uncomfortable. I hate dealing with stuff like this. I need some sort of icebreaker. Then I was like, you know what? Forget that. If she don't want to talk to me, she don't have to talk to me. So I had my headphones in my ear.
Before he had the headphones, before he laid down, he was scared to sit beside me, which I was scared. He was, and which was like, go ahead, I said, no, I don't want to. She had to, no, she's fine and stuff like that. But she was scared to sit beside me.
Yeah, I was, because I didn't know she was going through her attitude, plus she wasn't speaking to me much, and I didn't want to add salt to the fire. Basically, in those terminations, if you don't know what that means, meaning that you don't want to get someone even more mad than what they probably is or isn't, right? So my friend was like, lay next to her. It's gonna be okay. She ain't gonna attack you. She's fine. So I laid next to her. That's when all the thoughts came and whatever. And then I decided to put my headphones in because my friend, he's snoring on his couch and she's asleep. And plus he has the TV running on Family Guy, and he likes his TV up high. So I'm like, look, I'm going to sit here and listen to, this show called Chit on Facebook. Then next thing you know, I feel a tap on my shoulder.
No, I had no headphones.
Matter of fact, it wasn't a tap. She took my headphones out of my ear, and I'm like, who the hell gonna disrespect me and take my headphones out my ear like they run crap, okay? So I turned around and she softly, oh God. Whew. she softly whispered to me and said, "Thank you." And I was like, I try to play it off like a man, you know, I try to keep my manhood on, try to keep my man on. And I was like, for what? And she was like, for giving me that hot ride. And I was like, that's what I'm supposed to do. So I turned back around. I turned back around because I was trying to play it off. I wasn't trying to give in. She was looking good, real good. Every day she looks good, guys. She's amazing. Oh my God. And I was like, then I turned over, I took the headphones off, and I don't know if you were staring at me or
Yeah, I was like staring at him and stuff like that.
And then I turned around, I was like, what? I was like, you want to lay on me? I was like, come lay on my chest. And then she actually came and laid on my chest. And it was like, oh man, it was like the world finally calmed down. Like I stopped thinking. Now, that's part of my disability. Like I go through a lot of thoughts, and it's hard to control those thoughts unless it's being healed. So when she did that, it was like everything left. All the, she's mad at me, she don't want to talk to me, I can't believe this. I was just going through a lot of emotions in my head and going through emotions with my prior relationship. So when she finally laid next to me and she put her head on my chest and I hold her, it was like, that's it. This is where you want to be. You don't want to go back. You want to be with this woman. This is the type of woman you want. And look at her. She got everything that you dreamed of that a woman had, you know. And what was crazy, she's the same girl that I used to imagine when I was a little kid. Same body figure. The only thing is, she's not my height, as y'all see. So I was like really not realizing that this was my dream girl that I just put in the back burner because I have gotten older and was dating different women at the time. So I guess on the 14th, which was a week or two away from the house party, the kid and play house party, I wouldn't say I summoned the courage because I didn't need courage to speak to her. I just said, you know what, you like this girl, might as well go and try to talk to her. Try to be her man. And I was like, so what if she says she's waiting until she's 30? At the time, you was what, 29? 20?
Yeah. 29.
She was 29. And I was like, well, she got one more year. What's the sense of me waiting? Might as well do my own thing. So I came to her and I was like, look, I really like you. You already know that. And I know you like me because I can feel it. I can feel our energy, well connected, you know, and I think I want to give us a try. And she was like, a try? I was like, yeah, I want. Like she tried to play it off. I think she said a joke or two. And I was like, no, silly. I want us to go out. I really like you. And I guess it put a shock to her because certain guys don't really come forward to her like that, like how I did it. Like, I wanted her to know that I really liked her. And she listened, and I think you said you wanted time to think about it.
No, I actually, when he said that, I was in my thoughts like, should I say yes or is he gonna go back? I had a lot of thoughts in my head like, should I say yes? But then I say yes, he might go back with this chick or somebody, you know. So I had a lot of thoughts in my head. So I was like, should I take the chance? And then he gonna tell me he's going back to the other person. So I had a lot of thoughts in which I was like, alright, let me give it this try. But if it fails, I knew I was right. I should have just went on to say no. So I was like, yes. But I was really gonna say no just because of what he was gonna go back to.
And the crazy thing is that yes is still here today. We're about to make.
About to be 1 year very soon.
We're about to be a year, guys. this journey in the beginning was up and down. You know, we didn't really argue. I mean, even in our relationship now, we don't really argue because when we debating or try to save each other, we always smiling and kind of laughing a little bit about the situation, but we don't really like go too deep. Now, you know, I could be the serious one, but uh, she she knows what she wants, and the crazy thing is like even the people around my friend, because everybody used to think that her and my friend was going to be the future, but they never really connected since the beginning, so they just turned out to be friends. And um, my friend used to always ask me like, "How did you do that, this, that, and I told him like, it's because I know what I wanted. Like I didn't want to go back to my ex. I wanted her. She made me feel good. She made me feel like a man. You know, she respected me and I respected her. And every time I got close to her, it's like I don't want that no more. I just want her. And man, it's like, and I understand you men, you know, y'all see her on social media and it's like, yeah, like damn, she's beautiful. But she comes with a lot of great packages. Not bad package, but great package. Good quality. She's very loyal, very faithful. And the crazy thing is, I've dealt with women that wasn't like that, you know, that will talk behind my back to other men or other females, whatever the case may be. But being around her, she showed me a lot of things. She showed me that she's not going anywhere. You know, even though with this little face that she has here, it'd be scary because I don't know if she's really happy with me or not. But when she finally talks to me about her feelings, I kind of understand that, you know, she really do like me. And if, I gotta say this, if I would have known that she liked me in the beginning, I would have never had her back. I would have never had her back. If I would have known that she liked me, did you like me since April 2024?
You know, I'm still trying to
Get to know me.
know you.
If I would have known she wanted to get to know me since April 2024, I think we would have been on our 2-year anniversary coming this August 14th. So the fact that we was placed in the exact spot that our mutual friend was, it was like God knew what he wanted to do. Now, another crazy fact is some of her family member is friends with my family member, but we never knew each other. I know one of her cousins, but she don't know my family. So we're well connected, but not connected enough because we don't go on those sides of the family. You don't that much, right? So if it was like God was plotting and planning and telling us to be patient, that we was going to find each other, but we didn't know who was going to be on the other side. You didn't know it was going to be me, and I didn't know it was going to be you. But somehow, some way, you know, the higher power really, really connected us and gave us patience and gave us a perfect understanding